soap. You look like some trouble, I just might wanna get into. Pull up and up and so, girl, you know I don't do it so. Limes and tequila, can't forget the reefer. Always call my phone, but say nothing when I see ya. Limes and tequila, can't forget the reefer. Always call my phone, but say nothing when I see ya.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Betting News Network. Happy Sunday. Happy Easter for all you celebrators out there. Welcome to Saucy Sundaze. That's Vsauce. My name's Sweatpan Jesus. Stoked to have you guys with us on a beautiful Easter Sunday. We were missing our third horseman today, producer Sook, but he is out and about frivolitying for some Easter activities. But you got me and V rocking and rolling with you guys. What's up, Sauce, man? How we doing?
Doing so good, man. So good. It's going to be a good day. We're going to have a nice day. We got a full slate, 11 games, stuff kicking off real early, too. So couldn't be more excited.
Absolutely. We got a nice NBA slate in front of us today. We'll talk a little bit about some of the fun we saw yesterday in the NBA and also across all of sports as Saturday was rocking and rolling. We had the Final Four matchups that went down last night, too, as the two teams, Michigan and UConn, punched their tickets for the national championship tomorrow. Talk about a little bit of baseball, have some fun with you guys. Brought to you by our sponsors at Lucky Rebel. You guys can bet a little bit of everything we're going to talk about today and so much more and get some funds dropped into your account with that QR code at the top corner of the screen. And our data providers today, we're going to show you all the moves via our friends at outlier.bet. You can use that QR code right there on the bottom of the screen to get 7 days for free. Pay for tools, not picks, chat. You guys know the deal. We'll show you the moves from everything at Outlier today as well. Excited to have all you guys with us. Happy Easter for all you celebrators out there. Big shout out to our friend Chef T as well, going live on his Twitter. If you're watching us on Twitter, watching us on Twitch, or if you're watching us back on YouTube, we appreciate you guys hanging out with us right here on the Betting News Network to kick off your Sunday. Good day to you too, Jerry. We love you, man. I love that Jerry also uses the little emojis of the people that are joining the chat. We love to see that too.
Love to see it. And if you chat, you're looking for Chef, you will be happy to know that he's busy in the lab for you guys, trying to get everything ready for Easter. So busy in the lab, in fact, he forgot today is Easter. And obviously, being a father of two and the chef that he is, his Easter's jam-packed. So he sent us some plays, but everything's posted on his Twitter. And as always, make sure you tap in over there with the Home Run Hub and everything he's got going on.
Yeah, man, absolutely. Home Run Hub, to see the developments of that has been awesome with Chef. He's been balls deep in the baseball lab, but he did give us a couple of NBA plays for you guys as well. And yeah, I asked Chef yesterday, I asked you yesterday, so couldn't do the show. So we were kind of coordinating yesterday, getting everything organized. And I asked Chef, I was like, Chef, you're good for tomorrow? Everything gravy for Sunday? And I was like, he's like, yeah, of course, no worries. And then he texted and he was like, oh, wait, it's Easter. I can't. I'm sorry. But it's all good, man. You got me and V with you guys for the next hour and a bit going through this tasty NBA slate. For the vibes, rocking and rolling. And we got Jerry tapping in from the phone. We love to see you, man.
Hell yeah.
Shout out to all you guys for tuning in every single day right here on the network. Just a reminder, as always, you can subscribe to the channel right here on Twitch. Give us a follow. It's free to watch, obviously. If you want to sub to the channel, pay a little bit of money to not watch ads. It helps us support the channel. So feel free to do that if you would like to, if we help you make some coin and you enjoy watching the shows across the network. Also, if you want to subscribe to our YouTube account, we're only like 2 or 3 away from 600. We're back on YouTube. Excited to have some more content on the tube rolling forward as well. I really appreciate. We obviously love doing the content for you guys every single day. We love giving you guys the moves and the plays for free, but if you can like and follow and subscribe and share it with your friends, send it to people that you might like, send it to people that you think the content would be fun for, just come and hang out with us more and more. That's why we love you guys. And yes, V, I did. It feels good to rise and shine for me today. It was a big day for me. Crawled out of the hole, short hair and all. Back in business, back in business, baby. All right, let's talk a little bit about yesterday, big dog, and then we'll jump into what we've got. As you said, big slate today. We'll jump in and talk about our favorite plays across the NBA slate today as well. First thing, just a little bit of fun. I don't know. I'm sure you probably saw this. I'm sure everyone knows this. NASA Artemis has been floating around in space, and they've been posting some really cool pictures of the world from space. This was one of my favorites from one of the astronauts that's out there right now. It's just, I love these types of images, the ones that you actually now can filter out that are not AI, that's actually real.
Yeah.
But it just reminds you of like perspective, like, yeah, everything can seem daunting in different situations, but at the end of the day, chat, we're just little floats of dust, on a planet out there in the universe. So this was a really cool one. Have you kind of been noticing, have you been following along with with what they've been posting and things like that?
I have. It's been honestly awesome to see. Like, you love to see these kinds of things, especially in the generation of AI and where all of these things you sometimes, gotta make sure that it's real and things like that. So it was super fucking dope to see, and super tough day for the flat earthers out there. Super, super tough day. Tough week, actually, for the flat earthers.
big bad week for the flat earthers for sure. And then last night in baseball, before we talk about the crazy performance between Victor Wembanyama and Nikola Jokic yesterday, did you see this in the Angels game yesterday? So
Oof.
Joe Adell, 1-0, the Angels were leading this game. Joe Adell, right fielder for the Angels, not once, not twice, but 3 times robbed. Who are they playing? The Brewers? I don't even know.
The Mariners. Cal Raleigh, fucking J.P. Crawford, and Josh Naylor, I believe it was.
All went Yabarino, or so they thought, except Joe Adell decided to just pull them all back. And the last one was the best one in the bottom of the ninth, or the top of the ninth. And he fell into the stands. And this was a picture that somebody grabbed of him celebrating with that ball that he snagged. 3 times he snagged, took away home runs.
The last one was absolutely bonkers. And electric, it was in the top of the ninth, no outs, no one on. Literally, that would have tied the game after a 1-0. And he said absolutely fucking not. Just absolutely insane matchup. Terrible day for any home run bettors in that game. Honestly, across the board. Not a ton of home runs yesterday, but Joe Adell, that was just simply amazing. And you love to watch shit like that. And I was going to ask you that. I saw somebody complaining on the timeline saying, I will stand on this. If your body goes over the fence, it should be a home run because the ball left the park. And I just don't agree. It's like catching the ball inbounds. And if you fall out of bounds, yes. But it's not like he jumped the fence, stood there, and then caught the ball. You catch the ball falling out of bounds. And that's the beauty of it. So, yeah, miss me with that.
Yeah, I saw somebody make that quick argument too, and I think you said it perfectly. Like, and also, you're just trying to ruin a great moment, man. Just let it be awesome. But yeah, incredible stuff. How can you not be sentimental, and how can you not love sports? Yeah. But yeah, so in honor of that, let's turn the page to talk about the basketball we saw yesterday. Shout out the Pistons. Pistons got the job done last night, locked in the #1 seed in the Eastern Conference. We'll talk about the East and the West before we jump into today. But we had, and dude, we talked about it yesterday with Danny on Betspresso. I mean, he and him kind of broke down the Nuggies and the Spurs going head to head in the afternoon game yesterday. High total. Bangers they played against each other this season with 2 matchups they've had already. And, it was one of those games you walk into it, kind of like we were talking about with the Thunder and Lakers earlier in the week. You're thinking, this is going to be a peak cinema, possibly Western Conference final preview. That one didn't work out, unfortunately, for the Lakers. But I was kind of having hopes yesterday that we saw a similar performance and similar situation in Denver. And boy, oh boy, did they deliver. The 2 stars MVP hopefuls played exactly like that overtime game. What an incredible game it was. And the Nuggets got the job done in the end. Yeah, what was your kind of takeaways watching that game, man, besides just sitting back, throwing the popcorn in the mouth and enjoying it?
Just absolutely insane watching these guys go head to head. And the look on Wemby's face after Jokic hit that shot, I think that was just amazing camera work and amazing production. Like, to get that shot of him right there where he's like looking up at the scoreboard and the rim and wondering, how the fuck did that shot go in? How the fuck are we down 4 points now? How the fuck are we here in this position? And there were just so many questions you could see on his face. And those are the same questions that fans of teams that have gone up against the Nuggets or Lakers or every other team has sat there and, like, I feel like Wemby hasn't had that moment yet, maybe because they haven't had as many games going up against each other.
Yeah.
But every once in a while, you're kind of sitting there left with your mouth wide open after Jokic does something. And that's what I saw last night. Bar for bar with Wemby, he was right fucking there. He had 14 assists in that game, went to overtime. The fucking dagger just it was hilarious. And then you could just see Jokic after the game, the post-game interviews, the way he was like looking up at Wemby and saying good game. Like, dude was just so happy, all fucking smiles. Like, and it's hard to get him that happy after a fucking playoff win. You know what I mean? So
a championship win.
Wemby,
yeah. These are the ones that it means more, man. As you mentioned, Nikola Jokic played Victor Wembanyama was spectacular. 40 minutes, 34 points, 18 boards, 7 assists. He flirted with a triple-double. Shot really efficiently from the floor as well. 16 of 17 from the line. Jokic, as well, peak cinema. 44 minutes he played, dropped a 40 piece, 13 of 15 from the line, 8 boards, 13 assists, as you mentioned. Just incredible performance from both of those guys. These other guys also had things to say. Jamal Murray and De'Aaron Fox, I know, were on your betting card. They were also on mine. Didn't quite get the job done, but you can't complain after a game like that.
You really can't.
And it's just one of those situations where, as Jerry said, or as B-Dot said, I'll take this as a Western Conference Finals 10 out of 10 and twice on Sundays. Yeah, it could be so.
As best as 9. It was just so much fucking fun.
Yeah, it was an incredible basketball game, lived up to the hype. And then obviously the Pistons, the game wasn't as much cinema necessarily, but shout out to the Pistons for getting the job done and locking in the number 1 seed without Cade Cunningham over this last stretch of time as well. Dennis Jenkins, a great game. Duren played well as well. Obviously no Embiid for the Sixers, but still got the job done in that one too. So we had 2 really, really competitive, great basketball games after a really shit day on Friday. And a lot of things are going to get established once again today as we go down the stretch here.
Yeah, a couple of things I think, I think Kello Ware was fantastic in that game against the Wizards. Yeah, it was the Wizards, but it's what you want to see from your young guys going into the postseason. And then in that Detroit game, I think Detroit was fantastic and they have looked amazing even without Cade. But the Sixers are not going to go anywhere without Embiid. And it was evident again last night. The offense dries up. They don't really know what to do. And even Embiid on a poor shooting night like he had 2 nights ago on that first leg of the back-to-back is going to probably help you generate more wins than him not on the floor. And, it just made me wonder about his health and how long and how many games he's going to be able to play in the playoffs and what's really going to happen there.
Wes, both of us are regular Embiid haters throughout the last couple of years. But as you mentioned, he's been really good down the stretch here. In that game, he didn't shoot very well, but he flirted with a triple-double. He is the hub of that offense. And as good as Tyrese Maxey is and as good as moments that Paul George can be too, their offense, like you mentioned, just does not have the same oomph when you don't have an MVP caliber player out there consistently. So
their team might need to pee in a cup again too, by the way. That guy's been doing something.
Been doing something.
Shout out to him though. He's been playing really well.
Spectacular. Really, really good. But shout out to Pistons obviously for getting the job done. And it's looking like Cade's going to be back sooner rather than later. And then it'll be fun to see what they're.
Reeves news. I don't want to I knew the Luka news was coming. I get it. But 4 to 6 weeks on a fucking oblique. My God, I hate that so much.
Really sucks for the Lakers. They had the obviously terrible performance against the Thunder. You lose Luka in that game, who is going to be out with the grade 2 hamstring strain. He's going to be out for, as you mentioned, 4 to 6 weeks. Going to miss at least the first round, most likely the second round if the Lakers even make it that far. And then you get the news, double whammy of Reeves dropping yesterday, as you mentioned, with the oblique injury, also a grade 2 strain. So he's going to be out for 4 to 6 weeks there too. So, I mean, good luck, LeBron. I just don't see a way that this team, maybe they win a first round matchup. I
agree with this. I agree with it more on the Austin Reeves side. You know what I mean? It's very hard to bench your players after bad first half, no matter how bad the deficit is, right? Unless it's a 60-point game, which normally just doesn't happen. But I do think the Austin Reeves injury was very clear. It happened very early in that first quarter, and then you could just see he was bothered. And I even tweeted it out. I was like, Austin Reeves looks lost. It's because I tuned in a few minutes late and then was made aware that he fucked up his oblique. But he shouldn't have been in the second half of that game. And Luka definitely tweaked it in that first half a little bit. He kind of limped. But then that second half where he just stopped all of a sudden, you could see that's exactly where it couldn't do what it needed to do anymore. And it's unfortunate to see. And this is coming from a Laker hater. I hate any injuries that are going to happen to superstar players going into the postseason here. You know what I mean? It's just not something you want to see.
It changes the math. I mean, the Lakers with the healthy lineup that has been healthy for the last 6 weeks or so, we've seen how good they have been and the possibilities of them competing with the top of the Western Conference. But now I just don't, again, I can't even see this team taking out the Spurs, taking out the Thunder, taking out the Nuggets, taking out even the Rockets. That's just going to be a tough matchup for those guys because you can't. I know Luke Kennard's been good for this team in stretches, but you can't hope that Luke Kennard's going to play 30 minutes a night and give you 20 to 25 points and replace the offense of 2, as you mentioned, superstar caliber players. So tough looks for the Lakers. We'll see what happens, obviously, when we get into the playoffs. Maybe maybe Reeves can return a little sooner. Maybe Luka can come back a little sooner too. But with hamstrings too, and this goes across all sports, and you know this as a doctor, but like hamstrings, yeah, they heal, but then like Peyton Watson's a good example. He had a grade 2 hamstring strain. He was out for 4 to 6 weeks, came back, and then he retweaked it because it's just really tough to simulate full go with injuries like that, and they can it's really easy to re-injure those re-injure those types of injuries really quickly after you return. So those guys aren't going to be 100% when they return anyway, even if they are back, if the Lakers make it that far in the playoffs anyway.
Gordon's been doing it all year.
Same thing. You can't play unhampered. You know, even if you return from that hamstring problem, you come back and you're still having to go 80% because you can't go that 100 because, you know, the hamstring can just go again. So, yeah, tough time for the Lakers, man. We'll see if the Western, I mean, looking at it just kind of more positively, and we can kind of turn the page towards looking at the standings before we jump into today's games. The Nuggets now, man, have a real big opportunity with you mentioned this in your article yesterday as well, talking about how with the Lakers injuries and the news about that, like the Nuggets have a great opportunity now to catch the Lakers and jump up to that 3 spot, especially with how good they've been and how healthy they are going down the stretch here. This is your current Western Conference standings as we look right now. Anything else? Obviously the Suns have a chance today. The implications for the Suns and the T-Wolves, if the Timberwolves win today, they are locked in at the 6th spot. They're still technically, as you can see on this graph, still flirting with a play-in position. But if the Wolves win today and the Suns lose, this is the top 6 are set, regardless of where they end up landing in the 6 spots. But anything else stand out to you about the West before we jump to the East?
Just about where the Lakers are going to really end up now. Like we've talked about these play-in teams and them shuffling in and out, but now it feels like that 4-5 and 3-6 series are going to change up quite a bit. And the Timberwolves Nuggets first round series between 3 and 6, I mean, that shit could be cinema too. And a very, very tough first round series for both teams.
Yeah, and I mean, if it ends up being Lakers-Rockets, that's, you know, hampered Lakers. Rockets, as we know, really struggle to score in big stretches, so that could be an interesting matchup. You got KD going toe-to-toe with LeBron, which could be fun for a first-round matchup.
Last year, too? First round?
Yeah.
Lakers-Rockets, right? Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, the Rockets took care of him last year, but then definitely could not get the job done in the second round. But, yeah, I mean, there's also the mention real quick of this. We'll talk about this at the end of the slate, but you got the Warriors there in that 10 seed. And it's looking like Steph is going to make his return today. Steph Curry is currently questionable, but they did say that he is going to suit up and play in his first game since January. So look out for maybe the Santa Clara Warriors with Steph coming back into the lineup could maybe make some noise. We shall see in the Western Conference. Let's talk about the East real quick, and then we'll jump into the slate for today. As I mentioned yesterday, Pistons, job done. Number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference. Your Celtics still there. They're going to play the first game of the afternoon, which we'll talk about here in a minute, taking on the Raptors. Top 4 spots still set in stone. However, 5 through 10, like we have discussed, is just an absolute gauntlet. Hawks and Raptors are looking like they're starting to move a little more, but the Raptors climbed over the Sixers. They were the 6th seed yesterday after that loss last night. Raptors have a chance to maybe make some more moves and stay out of the play-in tournament. But I mean, again, this last week of basketball for all of these teams is just going to be win or you're in the play-in pretty much. And it's there's a lot on the line for these teams right now. You're muted. Goats are muted.
Sorry, I had to burp. But
it's okay.
Tons on the line for these teams. I'm very, very much excited for these last 4 or 5 games for most of these guys. And looking at the schedule too, I think is super interesting because the Cavs and Hawks are both teams that I'm looking at. The Hawks have the second toughest schedule remaining, and they're also going to play the Cavs twice in their next 4 games. So these are the things that are really going to, I think, decide the way things shake out here. And I do think it's going to be just very interesting going into the last week and a half here of the season.
Absolutely. It was Lakers-Wolves first round last year.
Yes.
Yeah. I knew somebody bounced the Lakers early. And yes, indeed, Willie, we going smack today.
Today's the day, Willie.
For the Easter. And yeah, excited we've talked about the Hornets a lot. Obviously, it's going to be interesting to see if they can try to maybe climb to that 6th spot. Obviously, they still have a chance with the Raptors and the Sixers right there as well. But you've got regardless, it looks like that they're going to be in that 8-7 matchup for a chance to get into the playoffs with the 1 win versus having to win, an elimination game and a 2-game with that 10-9 matchup. So excited to see what the Hornets do today in a massive game between the Hornets and the Wolves. So we'll talk about that one in a little bit there too. Good stuff, man. Should we anything else you want to mention about the standings before we hop into the slate?
No, let's hop into the slate. Anything else we can talk about while we talk about these games? Because there's some good ones today.
There are some very good ones. Big matchups all across the board. And as you said, they start here in the next couple of hours. So chat, strap in. We will do a slate late today. We don't have producer Sook with us, so it might be a little bit more typing and stuff that we'll figure out, but we will be sure to pick a play.
I'll try to fill those shoes.
Fill those shoes. Good luck. We'll try to pick a play in almost every game. Some of the games are just really tough watches, but there are some really good ones. And let's start off with your team, man. First one on the docket, Raptors taking on the Celtics. This is all via our friends. You guys can see at outlier.bet. A lot of you guys have been telling us you've been using Outlier more and more because of us showing it off for you guys. We love to see it. It's one of the best tools in the biz. Hope you guys are enjoying us kind of breaking it down with you guys right here on Saucy Sundays and on Fridays. Celtics, 9.5 point favorites in the Garden this afternoon. Sauce man, taking on the Raps, as we talked about before. Celtics obviously need to win. Can you keep pace at that number 2 seed to kind of keep the Cavaliers and the Knicks behind them? But this game is just massive for the Raptors. They need to win real bad to stay out of the play-in, as you just saw the 6th seed here. Preliminary thoughts. I have a bet that I like in this game, but what do you like here?
The Raptors 9.5 felt like such a big fucking point spread.
Yeah, man.
You know me, I hate to fade the Celtics, but this Raptors team just doesn't give me any. I don't have faith in them because defensively sometimes they look great, but also defensively sometimes they look lost. Offensively, sometimes it dries up if Brandon Ingram isn't hitting his shots, and the Celtics have been rolling right now. If this is a close game, honestly, I'm looking at a couple of props probably on the Celtics side. You got Sam Hauser, who's just been absolutely elite for the last couple of games, and this is a guy that when he gets hot, he usually stays pretty hot. He had 13 points in that last one. I think 9 of them came in the first half. Didn't really have to play much in that second half. But him, if you want to look at a guy like JB, is a lot more chalkier. But I do think that he is another guy that could be in line or in store for another big game. 38.5 for his PRA. That's also low-key been printing. I know that maybe we're getting a better line with Jason Tatum back in the lineup. But if this game does stay within even 15 points, JB should be out there for a good chunk of time. And if you're looking at those game logs, 30-plus points in a ton of these games, 40 bombs, and you see Jokic and you see Wemby come out and it's 40-40, and you see the MVP ladder, and all of a sudden you're off of it. And I don't know. I'm not saying he's going to win MVP. I'm just saying the ego does funny things sometimes. And sometimes when the ego's talking, you take some more shots.
Things happen. Just to shout out your dog Tatum as well. He's been very good over the last 5 or 6 games there too, with the RA printing like chat's talking about, with the 14.5 lines. Good success as well against the Raptors. Now these games were all last season, playing full minutes without the return from the Achilles injury. But over the last 10, he's also been printing this RA line, especially last 5 there too. So flirted with a triple-double again in that Milwaukee game. I'm going to go to the other side. This is a guy that I love betting in the Garden. RJ Barrett. For some reason, RJ Barrett just loves playing your Celtics, dude. I don't know what it is. He's been great over the last 4 games as well, scoring, facilitating, rebound, a little bit of everything in the PRA department. But again, I don't know what it is about the matchup with the C's. Maybe historically why this is a matchup that he likes to just take control of a little bit more. But PRA line Cooks, he had a triple-double against them last season, which I ended up kind of snagging, which was a great hit for me. But I locked in the PRA 28.5 for RJ Barrett. As you mentioned, BI is great in stretches, but also kind of goes through some times where he just starts missing shots. And RJ's been that kind of 2 option with Emmanuel quickly being out of the lineup. So I really like his 28.5. Again, desperation mode for this Raptor squad. I think they're going to come in and play competitively. Whether it matters or not for the spread, I don't know. But I'd be shocked if they don't come out there and try to really, really get a dub here on the road in the afternoon to continue in their Eastern Conference climb. So RJ 28.5 PRA for me. That's what I like. I really like your Sam Hauser pull. You were sharp as hell with that one yesterday, even given the bit. But the PR, as you said, has been great for Hauser, and he has great history, as you can see here, against the Raptors. He's hit that PR line in 6 of his last 7 games. Nice. Against the Raps, home or away. So good spot there too. And as you mentioned, a shooter like that, when he gets rolling, kind of ride the hot hand there. So Good matchups, lots of good spots, like you mentioned. I think there's going to be some fun angles that you can attack in this game from a prop perspective. Anything else you want to shout out before we kind of pick something and move on here?
Yeah, two more things real quick. Honestly, these could even be legs for the slate late, just because they're a little bit more juiced. And we'll have enough time to throw RJ in the sauce if we want to. So I like that too. But Jacoby Walters over 1.5 threes. I know Sandro also has been a guy that our boy Alex has been playing a ton over the last week and a half. But the Celtics give up a ton of wide open threes, and Walter has been shooting 54% from three over his last 10 games. He's hit this line in both his games against the most recent games against the Celtics. And he doesn't always get a ton of volume. But like I said, the C's are giving up a ton of wide open threes. No quickly in the lineup still. Shed's also not the best three-point shooter. I would say that Walter is exactly who they want. But him and Sandro are both in a good spot for their 1.5 threes today, I think. And then on the Celtics side, if we want to do this for the slate lay, Tatum's assist line is at 4.5, and it's not juiced too high. Like it's juiced, I think, minus 145, minus 150 is what we're looking at, or minus 175, depending on the book. But this might just be a good spot for the slate lay here. He's been dishing a lot more. He's going to see a tough defensive matchup.
Yeah, I like this a lot as well. Both of those shouts really good. Sandro, obviously a good shout from what we've been talking about, even just the PRA if you don't want to take the threes line. But there's the graph you guys can see for Tatum. Hit that assist line in 5 straight, and also 3 of his last 4 against the Raps. Just to show this to chat for Kada, he's been really good. His gold mine of points, the chat's talking about 3 straight hits against the Raptors as well, and also has been scoring a lot more recently with getting over that 9.5 line. So that's a good pull there from chat. If you want to get involved with some Kada action there too. So, yeah, should be a fun game though. 2 teams, again, needing to get the dubs down the stretch here. So it should be a competitive one, hopefully, this afternoon. The spread was a little weird for me. Like you mentioned, the 9.5 felt like a lot of points. But the Celtics are on a roll right now. It's hard to kind of not back them, especially at home. So, all right. What do we want to do? We talked about quite a few things. I have some other stuff I like better than Barrett, so we can put Barrett in here, or I'm down to do Tatum's assist. I really like that one too for a little bit of juice.
We can also just take Barrett and buy him down then.
Sure, we could do that. Let's take Barrett then let's see what PRA line I can get here. Let's kind of buy that down a skosh. Yeah, let's go RJ Barrett 25 PRA to start us off here. So RJ 25 PRA, first game on the docket. That'll get us rocking and rolling here to start us off. Okay, let's go to the next 3:30 Eastern, 2:30 Central tip. A little bit of a grosser game in comparison from a playoff perspective, but could be fun to paste upon if you're looking to back some guys just trying to get a run at the end of the season here. Bucks taking on the Grizzlies. 6.5 point dogs are the Grizzlies on the road. Hard to know who's playing on the Bucks side. Ryan Rollins has been in and out of the lineup, but he might be a question mark here today. Grizzlies are just so tough to back in any way, prop or anything like that. Turner's been pretty decent. Kuzma's also been good. Usman Dang burned me last game, but this could be a game where he kind of returns back in that RA department, especially if Rollins ends up sitting. I didn't bet anything here, but do you like anything in this game?
This one looks absolutely disgusting. I
Gross.
was thinking about, like you said, Dang's RA. We could go that. Yeah. Even Pete Nance. Sook's obviously talked about him. I don't think there's any lines up for him right now. But if you might get some closer to game time, a 2+3s type of thing. But I don't know, man. No Ryan Rollins news. He might be the guy that I want to target if I did get a chance to bet him here to PRA maybe with nobody there. And he should just get a ton of play. I'm sure Doc will just give him as much play as he wants here to finish the year, but I just don't know. It all feels gross to me in this game.
Yeah, I wouldn't be opposed to skipping this one, especially with the no Rollins. Yeah, the total's nasty. A Grizzlies total sub 230 at this point in the season is just nasty work. Rollins news will kind of dictate this. Kuzma's been pretty good over the last 3 or 4 games. Hard guy to bet, but his 7.5 RA has been good, hitting with just rebounds pretty much, and also has decent games against the Grizz when they play before the turn of the year. But yeah, nothing really here. I think I'm down to skip this one if you are too.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on then. Let's go to the next game on the slate. Another one that does have implications for one team, but Nothing on the Bulls side worth mentioning, as in playoff wise. However, the Suns need to keep winning, possibly to get out of the play-in. But it's looking like they're going to be that 7 seed regardless. 10.5-point favorites are the Bulls taking on the Suns in Chicago today. Huge total as per usual with Bulls games, 240.5. Question marks on this Bulls side, so pay attention to this as we get closer to game time here. Maybe we get some news in the next hour before we tap off here. Giddey question mark. Buzelis question mark, Nick Richards question mark. Giddey is dealing with that hamstring, so he's a bigger question. Buzelis is sick, so we don't know what's going to happen with him. Nick Richards doesn't move the needle too much there, but pay attention to the Giddey and the Buzelis news. Full complement of players on the Sun side, but are they going to play full minutes here? Higher total obviously makes you think that they're going to do some stuff at least for a half or 3/4. Anything you like in this one? The one thing that I mentioned that I liked, I didn't bet it, but I could be convinced even if maybe locking it in before the Giddey stuff. Trey Jones. Trey Jones has been awesome. Hadn't hit the PRA in his last 2 games, but with Giddey possibly being out, he has great games against the Suns there too, as you can see on the screen. One of them being last year, but then this season he had 21, 6, and 5 for the Chicago Bulls. There's also a chance for the Suns to get a bit of revenge, man. The Bulls beat the Suns at the beginning of March in Phoenix, so it could be a chance for them to kind of get their lick back a little bit. But Trey Jones was the only thing that was even worth sniffing for me in this game from a props perspective, unless you found anything on the Sun side.
I do have something I was looking at the Sun side. I haven't gotten to the window yet, but on that Bulls side, Colin Sexton is somebody I was looking at. He's probable to play tonight. Even if Giddey plays or not, he's just like a guy that's high energy guy that's looking to earn his next contract, that is going to be continuing to play at a very, very high pace, take a ton of shots. And this might be exactly what he needs. Just no restrictions, nobody holding him back, because they're really not trying to win games. But on the other side, I was looking at Devin Booker at 26.5 points. It feels pretty high, I'm not going to lie. But Booker loves playing here at the United Center. He is a big, big Michael Jordan fan. He loves playing here. In his last few games, he's become 29, 35, 38, 22, 29. So he's had some huge games here. He's averaging 27.8 points per game in his career. The shooting percentages are way up there too. 48% from the field, 48% from 3. Like I said, he loves playing here at the United Center. He's always been a big Jordan guy, and he's a big, big fan of the Bulls growing up. I just think that this is a guy who's going to come in here in a stadium that he'd love to play in, right? He's also from the East Coast here. He's from Michigan, and, there's a big rivalry here between the Bulls and the Pistons. And I just think he was growing up watching all that. And he loves to play in this stadium. The United Center is also one of those stadiums, too, where it's just all of that history is always going to be there. That's honestly the only thing that gets people in the fucking door, because it's not the team. It's the United Center and the history that comes with it.
Definitely at the team right now, bro, for sure.
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead, and then I can tell you what Sook said.
Oh, sure. Real quick, 2 things on what you mentioned. Colin Sexton, great pull. Love the angle. There's no lines for him, though. They're definitely withholding his lines, waiting for the Giddey news, because those will definitely change the math there. So be on the lookout for that, because that's a great angle. He will play. He's probably going to play 25-plus minutes anyway, even if Giddey does play. But if Giddey sits, he'll play a lot, and he'll be the biggest beneficiary of that. I love the Booker pull. I was going to say, let's just do the 25-plus points for Booker. He's been shooting a lot more recently there too. We talked about it a couple of times. I think that his 25 could be pretty safe for the slate late. But what were you going to say from Sook?
It's not about this game, so let's put Book in there for that. And then he wanted me to mention Ryan Rupert. No lines that I can see right now on Outlier or anything like that. But Ryan Rupert, he wanted me to mention that this guy is good for the Grizzlies. He should be in line for some more playing time today. And, it's one of those matchups where both teams are just straight up fucking ass. The Bucks defense is also really fucking bad. And he's in his second year here. And, second year, season here. So,
It's nice angle. Nowhere to bet it as of right now, but definitely worth a shout for sure in that Grizzlies game.
He's playing a lot more minutes with the Grizzlies here.
Mm-hmm. Oh, absolutely. All right, from that grossness, let's move to this grossness. This is the nastiest game on the day. I'm sure that if Sook was here, we'd spend a lot more time talking about this game, but since he's not, we probably will breeze by it pretty quickly. But for the sense of just giving them their shout, Nets taking on the Wizards in Brooklyn today. 3.5-point faves are the Nets. 3.5-point dogs are the Wizards. Ew, ew, ew. We still don't know who's playing in this game. Question marks on both sides. Both of these teams are just so hard to cap, bet. High total, though, 230.5. Probably just because of the way the Wizards play defense. But not going to lie to you, dude. I looked at it, tried to find anything, and then quickly moved on because I couldn't find nothing in this game. Do you like anything here?
I actually don't even know what to even look for in this game. Like, the lineups are all over the place. Both teams are probably trying to lose. So, yeah, no, I'm good on this one, man.
I like the Riley pull from chat, ladder to 30 from Jerry. That's a good spot there too. Will Riley PRA from you know who there too. He's been playing a lot. He's going to be out there, especially with all the question marks on the Wizard side. Maybe no Trey Johnson, maybe no Koulibaly. Vucevic also probably going to sit this one out there too. So Riley's going to be playing 30 minutes, 17.5 points. As Sook talked about this when talking about this guy previously. I mean, look at the minutes. He's been just up there hucking and chucking. So for the sense of the slate lay having a little bit of integrity, maybe we leave him off. But
yeah,
maybe it's a good straight bet. Maybe ladder it up to 30 and with Jerry and have some fun for a cup of coffee. But I've got no problem leaving this one off the slate lay as well.
None at all.
I think there's probably going to be I'll look at the head-to-head. All right, I'll do that. Yeah, I had 27 against the Nets when they played in Brooklyn. Oh, last game in Brooklyn. You know what? Let's trust chat.
All right,
Why
Jerry,
not?
you've made
Come
the
on,
lay.
Jerry. You made the lay. Will Riley,
Jerry.
15 points. This is juicy. It's okay. Minus
It's from
196.
Kitchener, Ontario. Fuck yeah. All right, Jerry, I'm back in on Will Riley.
Back
Let's
in
go.
on Will, the Canadian. Let's go. Love it. All right, Will Riley, 15 points. You made the parlay. Congratulations, Jerry. All right, let's move on from the afternoon and jump to the kickoff of the evening slate. Another kind of nasty slate, a nasty spread here as the Cavs are taking on those lowly Pacers. 15.5 point favorites are the Cleveland Cavaliers in Cleveland today. Hard to know who's playing for the Pacers as we sit here right now as well. Shepherd questionable. Jarris Walker's questionable. Toppin is going to be back in the lineup. No Siakam and no Nembhard for the Pacers. Full complement of guys on the Cleveland side. Max Strus has been really, really good since returning from his injuries as well. He got those nice vitamins there too. PR has been nice. The rebounding line is something that I was peeping as well. 5.5 boards. He's hit that consistently against the Pacers as well, as long as he's going to play enough minutes. But Thomas Bryant also is in a decent spot playing against the former team. Maybe he has a little bit of oomph here. His points was interesting to me, 13.5. It's just so high though, man. But former team, maybe he wants to get out there and have a little bit more to say, and this opportunity to play some starter minutes with no Mobley and no Allen in the lineup tonight too. So, but yeah, tough game to cap. You got anything here?
Exactly what you just said. Thomas Bryant, no Mobley, no Jared Allen, going up against his former team. I don't know, man. This feels like a spot that I am keen on attacking. He also hasn't played a single game this year without both of those guys in the lineup. So obviously the minutes and everything like that are going to be very, very different tonight. And the other thing too is what I'm really liking is look at the jump that Jared Allen has seen in points scored with James Harden in the lineup.
Yeah.
Now I understand that Thomas Bryant is not Jared Allen. He's not Evan Mobley, but you have no other big man. Are you telling me that Thomas Bryant is not going to just benefit from playing alongside James Harden? The 13.5 points I really liked. I like the PR too at 21.5. I think if you really want to get spicy, the 1.5 threes is sitting at plus 150. And he's not a great 3-point shooter, but he's more than comfortable out there on the perimeter launching it. So the PR is probably the move.
I like it, man. It makes sense. The lines are aggressively high for a reason in this particular spot. And it's a great shout that you mentioned about Harden and how he involves big men in lineups. And I'm just trying to show you guys on the filter here. If you get Bryant up to like 27 to 30 minutes, those lines move way closer to where we're going to see today. Any love for Harden or Mitchell? It's hard to kind of know with those guys. This feels like a game where they could get out there and just want to cook a little bit to get kind of, get comfortable, get even more opportunities to see some stuff go through the cup. And we know that the Pacers are going to want to run and high total here, but it's hard to bet both of those guys hoping they play some full minutes.
That's it for me. It's just the full minutes thing. Like Harden, that's why I'm looking at the guy like Thomas Bryant, because I do think that maybe in a blowout he still continues to play just because they do lack front court depth. And a guy like him would relish the opportunity. Like you're not sitting there wanting to go to the bench in the blowout. You would much rather get the extra minutes because who knows when this is going to happen again, right? And I do think that, like, just pulling it up here, 12 games with James Harden, Jared Allen's averaging 18.6 points and 9.6 rebounds per game. He's also not even playing a full complement of minutes, 26.7 minutes per game in those games, because the last 5 have all been sub 25-minute games.
Mm-hmm.
This just feels like the perfect spot. They don't even have any front court players in Indiana.
We got
Jay
Max
Hauser's their
Strus.
starting center, and I'm pretty sure that he's lying, and he's actually 6'7".
He's legit like my height. Yeah, I mean, just to look at the power forward / center depth on the Cleveland side, Allen out, Mobley out, Tyson out, Dean Wade out. Like, man. Do we want to put Thomas Bryant in here? Good Lord.
Do we want to keep him for the Saucy, or is that fucking asking for trouble?
I think that's asking for trouble. I'd be down to put him in the slate lay, though.
Okay, yes, you're right. Slate lay.
PR?
PR. Just for fun, chat. Just for fun. Let's look at his double-double odds. Plus 234. Okay, not that great. Plus 230. But, I mean, that only makes me feel better about the PR then. Because the PR is right in line with the double-double, 21.5 or 20.5. I don't know what line we're getting.
It's 20.5. I'm going to just drop it down to 20 just to be safe.
All right.
For the slate lay. Yeah, Thomas Bryant.
Is it 20 plus or over 20.5?
20 plus for the 20 plus for the PR for Thomas Bryant. So far we have RJ Barrett 24.5 PRA, Devin Booker 25 points, Will Riley 15 points, and then Thomas Bryant 20 plus PR. Devin Booker's looking around this lineup of guys he's with right now. He's like, what am I doing here? Why am I in this lay? What is happening? There's your slate lay so far. Bought down a little bit. Let's see how we get through the rest of the slate here. All right. Let's keep it going. What
was the Will Riley line? Sorry, it was
15 plus points.
Cool.
Mm-hmm. Ellis is in a decent spot too. You know who I was looking at that. Schroeder as well. But again, just hard to know how much those guys are going to play. Could be an interesting spot to maybe tap in on some Schroeder lines, the PRA or the PA or something like that. But for the sense of time, we got to move and groove to the next game. This one's going to be a banger. Maybe not so much a scoring banger, but with the amount of implications on the line here for both of these teams, this would be a good one to kick off the evening slate at 7 Eastern, 6 Central. Wolves taking on the Hornets. 2.5-point dogs are the Wolves at home here. Hornets 2.5-point favorites, winners of 3 straight games. The Wolves have lost 2 of their last 3 as well. We just got news that Ant is out. So Ant is out of this game, which makes me like my play that I like in this one a little bit better. But just overall, I like the Hornets here, dude. I think they win in the Target Center. Even without, I like them with Ant, but I think they win now, especially with Ant out. This just means more for this team right now. I know it means a lot to the Wolves too, to continue to kind of maybe possibly catch the Nuggies or the Lakers above them, but I don't know. I just feel like it means a little bit more for the Hornets, and they're playing like that right now. Do you feel the same way?
I completely agree here, man. I think that like minus 125 on the money line is a great price that you're getting here. Obviously, it's a team that's coming in on the road and a young team and all these kinds of things that you can talk about, but it's their first game on this road trip, right? They've had 2 back-to-back games at home. They've also had 2 days to rest in between, and they've been hot. Like, they've won 8 of the last 10 games overall. Now, if we just look at the games on the road here, it's same thing. 8 of their last 10 games. Like, this is a good road team. The 2 losses on the road have come to the Phoenix Suns and San Antonio Spurs. That Suns game was also a brutal travel spot after a little weekend in Miami. So we know what the fuck happened there. So I just think that this is going to be one of those spots where, hey, they come in and get and do what they need to do, right? Charles Lee also has them playing at a very good and high level right now. That Celtics game wasn't the best, but they've already bounced back from that, and it feels like, unfazed. What do you think?
I agree. I targeted a couple props in this game, guys that I've sort of been betting consistently over the last couple months, one on the Hornets side and one on the T-Wolves side. The first one is a guy I know you don't love betting him specifically, and I obviously for various reasons don't like talking about it a bunch either. But I mean, Miles Bridges has been good over the last 4 games, hit the PRA line of 21.5 and 3 straight, hit it with just points against the Suns, but he's got great success against the Wolves. 30-piece against them earlier this year, flirted with a double-double with 8 boards and 4 assists, had a good game against them last year as well. I think the PRA line's just a little bit too low in a game of a guy who's going to Swiss Army knife it, do a little bit of everything, but seeing him shoot a little bit more recently and score recently has been really nice there too for his lines. And then on the other side, going back to the well with Io, I took the PRA. I didn't bet this straight. I kind of wish I did before the Ant news. This line's probably going to pop up with Ant going to be sitting out once again. But I mean, look, dude, we've talked about it a bunch. She's been awesome in the starting lineup for the Wolves. The PRA line's been cooking at 24.5. Be interested to see what that line pops back up as when we get this Anthony Edwards stuff to fully come available on the book side of things. But I like the PRA angle. The RA was the cash cow before the last couple of games, but as you can see, he's been scoring a lot too. So I think the PRA is the move for Dosunmu if you want to get involved on something on the Wolves side. Anything else to mention here? Props wise, I know that Kobe White's been somebody we've talked about quite a lot. I have to kind of see his playing time if that continues to stay at that kind of 20 to 22 minute range. Charles Lee's kind of letting these starters run right now. And I like that. Like you mentioned, I think that that's what you need to do. You let these guys that are finally healthy and get some chemistry together going into the playoffs. So I think he's letting that run a little longer than maybe he had in some points of the middle of the regular season. But yeah, I think that this feels like a good spot to maybe back the Hornets on the road.
Yeah, I completely agree. I would honestly just be down to add their money line if you want. We could save it for the Saucy, or we could throw it in here. But just to talk, I love the Io look. I think the 24.5 PRA. I want to go back to it the other day with Ant back, but it literally just slipped my mind. And obviously, he slapped and cleared this line with ease. I honestly think even with the line movement, right, he's still going to see more usage without Ant-Man. And this is a guy that's played in the Eastern Conference his entire career. We've seen it this season. He has performed exceptionally well against teams in the Eastern Conference. And against the Hornets, if you look at the numbers, he's got great shooting percentages, but his usage was vastly different. So if you're looking for the same kind of hit rate when he was in Chicago, you're not going to get that. He's missed this line in 3 straight games, but he's also played sub 30 minutes in all 3 of those games. But he shot 54% from the field, 45% from beyond the arc, and he was hitting the glass. This is a guy who really just does everything, and when he has some familiarity, I think he could take advantage. So that one on the Timberwolves side, and then Moussa Diabate. I'm looking at his rebound prop, and the reason I'm looking at his rebound prop is I've noticed that when you are a center and you are playing against the Minnesota Timberwolves, you really have one job, and that one job is to make sure Rudy doesn't fucking finish with 15 to 16 rebounds. That's all Rudy can really do. And he doesn't have the best numbers here, but that's also because, again, look at his minutes against these games. Diabate was not the starting center in any of these games, and he has seen a huge difference in his playing time. He had 18 minutes, but 9 rebounds in that most recent game back in November. And this is a guy who has just been a lot better on the glass. His teammates continue to talk about how unselfish he is coming off of the offensive glass, trying to find his teammates. You can also go in the RA department if you want, just to get that little assist boost. It is 10.5, that line. But if you look at the last few centers that have also played, you got Joel Embiid, 13 rebounds in that matchup. And that was the one where he shot poorly in a matchup with Rudy. Duran had 14 rebounds. Even Gafford had 8 rebounds in this matchup, and Gafford does not hit the fucking glass. So I just think that when you are the 5 and you play the Minnesota Timberwolves, see ball, get ball, that's it. So I like the 9.5 quite a bit today. It's one of my favorite plays, actually.
I like that. Even just buying it down for the 8+ or something for the leg could be nice. Guess I want to trust the Hornets, but the more I've been thinking and looking at this line, it feels a little stinky and a little trappy, but it kind of also maybe just feels like a spot that the Hornets are just going to get the job done. Last mention on this, and then we'll move. As you said, Rudy, I hate betting Rudy Gobert, so this is not a straight or anything like that. But just to bring it up, he's been great rebounding recently. He has also really great rebounding games. Against the Hornets. Had 15 boards, like you mentioned, in their matchup with them earlier this year, which was almost a 20-point win. So his boards could be interesting if you want to get involved with some Rudy Gobert stock. But all right, let's. Do you want to do you want to save Diabate for the Saucy, or do you want to put him here in the slate lay?
Let's save him.
Okay. Let's just take the Hornets money line then.
Yeah, Hornets money line.
It's a little juice, but that's the whole point of this. So, all right, Hornets money line -154 just to get the job done in the Target Center. All right, let's keep it going. Chat, drop a dub. Hope you guys are enjoying your beautiful Easter afternoon. We've had a lot of people join us over the last little bit here. We got Jamie Z in the house. A lot of you guys chilling and dropping and hanging out with us. A little over almost 3K watching across all platforms. Thanks for hanging out with us on Twitch, on Twitter, or on YouTube. Appreciate you being here.
Really, if that happens, honestly, what I would say is probably just ladder down the points. Like if we water something down, yeah.
Actually, Hard Rock has alternate PRAs now so maybe re-download the app because they have made some updates. So check that out as a Purple Book user myself sometimes. So be on the lookout for that there too. All right, V, let's go to the biggest spread of the day. I can't believe I'm going to spend more time talking about this game, but I actually like a couple of things here. 24.5 point favorites are the Oklahoma City Thunder taking on the Jazz. 238.5 point total here. I mean, it's the Thunder. I kind of like the 24.5 for the Jazz, but they could lose this game by 40 points, no doubt. However, what I'm doing is a battle of the brothers, my man. Cody Williams versus Jalen Williams. J-Dub is coming off a near triple-double against the Lakers. The RA has been awesome since his return. Like I said, 9 and 8 in their last game. But look at what he's done against the Jazz. Oh, baby. 8 and 6 in this game when they played earlier this year, 8 and 3 in their game previously, and then had a 9 and 4 game against them last year, cruising over that RA line. My only question with him is he going to play enough time against the Jazz? But I think so because I'm taking his brother. I love this player. I took his PRA, Cody Williams. We've talked about him a lot. Obviously, Sook brought him up, but this is a chance for him to play against his brother. And he has been fantastic in the PRA department over the last 5 or 6 games, especially getting a lot more substantial minutes. As you were just talking about with Biabate and some of those other guys, you can't look at what he's done previously against this team with the minutes. I mean, he's barely been playing in these games, so you can't even really quantify this, but I love the Cody Williams PRA angle. You can just take the points if you want as well. The points line is sitting at 15. He had 20 plus, 27 in their last game against Houston, and that was almost 40-point blowout. Like, these guys are playing. They're out there playing, and you got to just take guys in these matchups with bad teams that are just out there trying to play and get some run. So, yeah, I love Cody Williams, but brother angle playing some more minutes and in a game that's probably going to end up turning into just looking like a G League game in the last quarter and a half. So, yeah, give me Cody taking on the bro. Go to muted.
Sorry. I think that's a great spot. I think this is a guy that's like you. They probably will have family in the building. You know what I mean? This is not one of those situations where it's just, you know what I mean? Like, these guys are brothers. They have a ton of family. And I don't think a lot of that family is living in Utah, if I'm being completely honest. So, no. I mean, it just feels like a good spot for him to have that big game. He's seen more minutes here with the Jazz as of recently too. And, the J-Dub 7.5 RA too, it feels nice. Like, I know it's really low, but it feels like we're also getting a little bit of a discount because of the 24.5 point spread. So I like both of those. Other than that, I really didn't even bother opening this. Once I saw the spread, I was like, yeah, okay, next.
I'm good on that. The only reason why I dove into it a little bit more was because of the total. Like, the 239.5 point total feels like a spot where some of these other fringe guys we've talked about, even Bryce Sensabaugh has been playing well. Filipowski's been good. These guys on the Jazz side, a little bit harder to back any Thunder players, but they're going to do some stuff eventually. I would not be shocked whatsoever if we look up and the Jazz are losing by 5 to 10 points by halftime, and maybe the Thunder just blow them out of the water in the second half. But yeah. Do we want to take anything in this one? I want to save Cody Williams. I want to say Cody Williams. Or no, we can put that in here. I don't know if I want. Yeah. All right, I think so. I think so. Let's put it in here. Also, shout out John Conchar. Been a little sneaky wagon. I've been betting on my own. His little PRA looks a little tasty as he's in the starting lineup in this game too. But all right, let's take Cody for 20 plus PRA for the slate lay here. Cody Williams 20 PRA. You have made the parlay. All right. Moving groove. Last couple games on the docket, and then we shall cook the saucy lay and send you off into the beautiful Easter sun. Chat. What do we got? 3 more games? 4 more games? 4 more games. All right. Jazz. Nope, we just talked about that one. All right. Pelicans taking on, the Orlando Magic. Pels 5.5 point dogs here at home against the Magic. The Magic finally won. 3 winners of 3 of their last 5, looking like they're starting to maybe figure things out here. Finally also covered a spread. As you can see on the graph here from Outlier, they have not covered a spread in 9 straight games before their last game. Pelicans, kind of tough to back, but finally got the job done as well, covering against the Kings the other night there too, and winning that game. Or actually, no, they ended up losing, didn't they? Oh yeah, they did. It was the Kings. Yeah, I knew it was the Kings outright. I thought the Kings were going to win that game. But anyway, Pelicans have been better down the stretch. Full complement of players on both sides, as we talked about on Friday. Franz back in the lineup for the Magic, so they'll be continuing to integrate him there as well. The only thing I liked specifically, I didn't bet anything here, but I liked Desmond Bane. I liked his RA at 8.5, hitting 2 of the last 3 games. Great hit rate against the Pelicans, as you can see. He had a 5 and 4 against them earlier this year, and in his time back with the Grizz, they played a lot, flirted with triple doubles, and had a double with 14 assists when he was playing for the Grizzlies. So I like the RA a little bit tougher with Wagner being back, with Franz being back in the lineup, but that was one that piqued my interest. Do you like anything in this game?
Nope. I had no fucking nope.
Nope. Nada.
Nah,
I'm down to
Tristan De Silva love. Like, the Pals do suck from the perimeter. They give up a ton of threes, and like 1.5 or plus 118 for this guy might not be a bad price, but just I really don't know. I'm mad. The Magic pissed me off. So 16.5 for the PRA might be a solid move, but with Franz back, he's obviously back to the bench, and playing time might take a little bit of a hit, but I just yuck.
Do we get the Dookies going toe to toe? Banchero versus Zion.
Zion went to Duke too.
Both former number 1 overall picks.
I mean, you would hope so, but like the other night against Dallas, it was Wendell Carter Jr., former Dookie, that actually had the big game. So does Wendell Carter Jr. have another big game? Maybe.
Bro, possibly. I don't know. I'm down to skip
2.5 for the PRA for this guy. Like, I mean, I just don't know. This game feels so gross.
It does. It's a high total though, which is why I wanted to look at it a little bit deeper. But like, it's just really tough to. I kind of like the Pels outright. I think the Pels might just win this game. I just don't trust the Magic still. But they maybe are playing better with Franz, and would not be shocked if they win this game by 10 plus there too, with what they need to get done in the Eastern Conference standings. So
no Trey Murphy and no Deontay. That gives me like, I just don't know. I'm good to move off this one and just not take anything.
I'm down. Let's go to another game that could have been really fun with the Luka Doncic returning to the American Airlines Arena. However, obviously Luka and Austin Reeves out of the Lakers lineup. So going into Dallas.
I didn't even realize this was still on the docket. This makes me sad.
I know, man. Right before. That's probably why he was really in shambles.
In Dallas too, bro. He cried last time. Fuck!
And look at the spread. 1.5 point favorites are the Lakers against the lowly Mavs right now. High total, though, 234.5 point total. I mean, it's hard to not want to think it's just going to turn into the LeBron James show now. As Jerry just said in the chat, triple-double. But, V, I'm taking you down narrative street with me. Come walk, baby.
Please.
Max Christie taking on the former team. Give me Max Christie.
Yes!
Max Christie, PRA, 14.5. I love this play. This is going in the Saucy lay for me. Crushed against the Lakers in all of his previous performances as he got traded away from this team. Both games this season, 19 and 24 points against the former squad. He's playing substantial minutes. I also like that he's coming off a game where he kind of got back into shooting the ball a little bit better. Not a bunch of volume, but guy's going to get left open for 3 a lot. And I really like the PRA for Christie. Good rebounder, good facilitator, but the points felt like a nice ladder spot against the former squad. So I love Max Christie's PRA in this one.
No, I fucking love this. I fully forgot about this, and I adore this play. I'm all the way in on that. I think that's going to be a ton of fun. I was looking to get chalky again with Cooper Flag coming off the first 50-point game by any rookie ever, by any teenager ever in the NBA. And obviously that might be the spot where you want to fade him in that following game. But, I mean, Lakers are in town. You're at home. I know Luka's not playing, but hey, man, you're the future of this franchise, right? And
I like it, dude. He's pushing to try to be the rookie of the year at this point. They're going to let him play a lot at home. Also, 50-point first teenager in NBA history to score a 50-point game. You know who flirted with one his rookie year?
LeBron.
When he was a teenager. LeBron James. And now you're playing against LeBron James. High total, close spread too. If Cooper Flag doesn't have 25-5 or 10, like 25-8 and 6 or 30 something like that, this game's not going to be close.
Bro, PRA is 43.5.
Well,
do we not fade that?
The Lakers got to win, man. Like the Lakers have to win this game, and I mean, this is the first chance. And this is an interesting point because we talked about this with the Lakers earlier. This is the first time this season that we're going to get to see what we saw with LeBron leading the Lakers before they got Luka. The LeBron-led Lakers, because the reason why they were great over the last 6 weeks is because of Luka being at 1A, Austin Reeves being 1B, and LeBron just kind of filling the rest of the slots. Now we're getting back to 1A Bron, which was great for stretches with the Lakers too. So I don't know, man. Could be interesting.
Damn.
I like the RA. Bronny for 20, eh? Hey, he's been playing. He's been coming off the bench even when because they didn't have Marcus Smart. So he was like he was the first guard off the bench basically after Kennard. What a time to be alive.
Should we put Cooper in the slate lay?
Yeah, I'm down. I'm down to ride with Coop.
PRA?
Yeah, let's go PRA for Cooper.
Just stop the stat sheet, my boy.
Yeah, just keep being great, big dog. 35? 35 plus for Cooper Flag, PRA. You have made the parlay. Interesting game, though. I mean, it could be fun. Mavs have been a fun watch with Cooper, and again, Max Christie. I mean, I like the way Najee Marshall plays. So even though they're bad, it could be. And the Lakers, again, they got to win. So
they need
could be
a
low-key, sneaky, fun evening game. This one's not going to be low-key, sneaky. I don't know how much time we're going to spend talking about this one. Kings taking on the Clippers, the other LA team, going to Sacramento. Clippers got to win as well, coming off a bad couple losses in a row. Kawhi, full complement of players for the Clippers. Nothing really of note on the Kings side. The guys sitting out. DeRozan is back in. Obviously, Achua and Reynaud down in the block. I looked at Reynaud again, man, but I didn't bet anything in this game. You got anything you like in this one?
Oh, sorry, I froze. No, I froze at the worst time.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't hear the last 10 seconds.
I was just saying, do you like anything? And I didn't take anything here. Looked at Reynaud, possibly Achua again, but I didn't take anything here. Do you like anything?
I was looking at maybe Darius Garland, but again, his playing time in a blowout was very, very suspect. But the 2.5 threes at -135, -140, if you can get that somewhere, feels like a decent spot. The Kings are not good on the perimeter. 20th in threes allowed. They are 29th in opponent 3-point percentage. And Garland's been letting it fly. He's averaging 8.1 attempts over his last 10 games. He's also shooting 48% from three. He's just been really, really fucking good. I'm sure that California sunshine is hitting different. And, those mid-season, that seasonal depression that comes with living somewhere that includes snow doesn't come out here. And he looks like he's having a great time. 2.5 threes for -140 or -135 didn't feel too bad for a parlay.
I like it. He had 5 against this Kings defense. They also lost when they played on the 14th of March to the Kings.
They can't lose more games.
No, this is a chance for the Clippers to get their lick back a little bit back in Sacramento. But as we talked about with the Sacramento team, man, Achua's been good. Marino's been fun. DeRozan, when he steps up, can really, put 25 up on you pretty easily. So the Clippers cannot walk into this game and take this one lightly. I like the threes. John Collins is getting mentions in the chat. We'll just talk about him real fast before we move on here. Good games against Sacramento. Not really done. He's had good games in the last 3. Didn't really get much over the line against this Kings team in this game. Is this a game he got hurt? Because he got hurt. He fell and busted his face up. Was that against the Kings? Chat, you guys remember?
I can't remember actually.
He was having a good start, and then he went up for a dunk or a block or something and landed on his face and didn't return with a concussion. And then
maybe it was this one. Check the playing time.
Yeah, he only played 20 minutes, and they were winning.
That would make sense then.
I think it was this game. I think I watched that game. I want to say it was against the Kings. Anyway, I like this one. That makes a lot of sense with how good he's been, especially over the last few games. PR could be interesting. Good rebounder too, obviously. I don't know, man. Kawhi's had great games against the Kings too. Spread kind of scares me a little bit, but I mean, look at how good Kawhi's been against this team.
That's my only thing. It's just the spread. I would have looked at Kawhi too. I liked Darius Garland, like I said. I think there's good props in this game. It's the spread feels sus. You want to do John Collins or Darius Garland?
I like the Garland threes just for 3. That's fine.
Yeah. Cool.
Let's take that for the slate lay. So Garland for 3 threes. And then we shall talk about the last game of the night. Right, 3. Benedict Mathurin, also quick shout too. He's been really good in stretches. He could come out there and play well in this game too. May get a little more running as well if they're winning pretty big near the end. All right. Last game on this beautiful Easter. And as I said earlier, we might get some news about this game, Sauceman.
Mm-hmm.
Warriors taking on the Rockets, last game of the night. And we might have the return of Chef Curry. Steph is questionable in this game, hasn't played since January 15th. And from what I was reading before we got on here, it's looking like Steph is going to play. Now, we don't know how much he's going to play. I would assume he's on some sort of minutes restriction, you would think. But Steph is going to be back out there. I'm not going to lie to you, V. I mean, 3.5 threes for plus money for Steph Curry feels pretty tasty. Even if he only plays 20 to 25 minutes, you know he's going to want to get out there and huck and chuck some threes, knocking the rust off. His lines are obviously very low in comparison to what we've seen previously. 19.5 points for Steph is a low line, 3.5 threes for plus money. So maybe we're taking the bait individually. I wouldn't put it in any parlays or anything, but could be some fun with Steph if he does play 20 to 25 minutes.
I completely agree. And it's funny that we're both looking at Steph. I wasn't looking at his threes actually, but the line is still 3.5, and it's 3.5 assists for plus 120. Now, this is a line that has a crazy hit rate this year, but obviously the playing time has been vastly different. But going against a Rockets team that is really good defensively, that is going to make you cycle the ball a little bit more. I mean, you're back, you're trying to get your feet underneath you and things like that. You want to get as many shots up, but 3.5 assists, getting your teammates involved, that's also sometimes a good way to get the offense going.
Yeah.
Nice too. I'm sure you can get 3 at a decent parlayable spot too.
Yeah, this is nice. The RA is usually great with Steph just because of how good he is a rebounder. I mean, look at that.
5.5 for the RA feels even better. I didn't even look at that, SPJ.
I just am worried a bit with him returning from that knee injury. Like, how active is he going to be on the glass? You know, but if he's out there playing,
sometimes it's a little bit easier to get some assists and rebounds than it is to get your shot to fall.
Big facts.
Damn, I like this a lot. I mean, probably too much, and it's probably a trap, but
yeah,
5.5 feels like a great line.
You do have Thomas Bryant twice, and thanks, Uncle Willie. You just delete the first one before Barrett. There we go. Thanks, Willie. Appreciate you. Yeah. So there you go. There's some interesting stuffs about Steph. Whether it's looking like he's going to play. We don't know how many minutes. They need to win, but the Rockets need to win even more. So maybe it's better to target some stuff on the Rocket side. Obviously, this is Kevin Durant's continued chance to take down the team that he left after they won championships with. His points looks interesting. Hasn't had really good games against the Warriors scoring, though. His facilitating, we talked about it a bunch with the RA. It smacked the last game. It's just been crazy over the last 10 games. But I don't know how much he's going to – I don't know. I didn't love that. Amon's been fantastic over the last stretch of games as well with his PRA line at 31.5. It could be interesting. He's had some good games against the Warriors, as you can see on the screen there, too. But besides that was kind of it, man. I wanted to bet more in this game or find something I really loved, but I just couldn't get away from wanting to just touch on Steph a little bit and then just kind of maybe watch this game.
I kind of agree. I'm with you on that. I'm down to honestly put something with Steph in this if we want. Reed Shepherd might also be in another good spot too. The team is just so much better when he is out there starting. He's also had some really big games against the Dubs this year, 30 points in both back-to-back games. This might just be a good matchup for him where we know that the Warriors love to play the type of defense where they will lag off of people, and sometimes a guy like Reed Shepherd might end up being that guy just because he's not going to see the same volume some of these other guys are.
Also, a quick shout to a guy you and I both love betting, and Danny actually was sharp with him on Saturday or Friday with betting on Jabari Smith. But Jabari Smith's points line is sitting at 14.5 again. Did hit on Saturday, or excuse me, he's hit this in 5 of his last 6 games, had 18 points against the Jazz in their other game. Hasn't really had a bunch of big games against the Warriors specifically. But the last 2, as you can see, I'm not showing the screen. As you can see here, 15 and 3. This game he played substantial minutes, 42 in that overtime game, but just didn't shoot the ball very well, / not shoot at all. But his line's low enough to where I think the 14.5 feels nice if you want to take in more of an alternative option in this game. All right, man. Should we do Steph?
I'm down to Steph. Which line? Should we say 3 threes or 3 assists?
I kind of like what we were discussing, kind of talking through it about just taking something RA because, like as you said, even though I'm sure it's Steph, he's the best 3-point shooter of all time, he's gonna probably take some threes. Like he's gonna grab some boards. He's gonna facilitate a bit. Like let's see what the RA line's sitting at. I can get 5+ RA. How about that?
I'm so down for 5+ RA.
Sexy. All right, chat. We bought down a bunch of stuff. Big slate. We skipped a couple games, which I'm kind of glad we did. 9 legs plus 36.07. So RJ Barrett, 25+ PRA. Devin Booker, 25 points. Will Riley, 15 points. Thomas Bryant, 20+ PR. Hornets money line. Cody Williams, 20+ PRA. Cooper Flagg, 35+ PRA. Darius Garland, 3 threes. And then Steph Curry, 5 RA.
We're doing without Sook. Now let's just hit the parlay.
Now let's hit it. And then
we got it written down.
We got it on the banner. Just let you go. There it is. All right, if you want to tail for a cup of coffee or take some stuff out, make your own slate lays. We go through the entire slate with you guys via our friends at Outlier, obviously, and I hope you guys are finding some fun in putting together your own stuff and picking and choosing what you guys like as well. You can get Outlier 7 days for free, what we've just showed you over the last hour with this QR code right here. You can also go read our review at bettingnews.com. Again, 7 days free. Give it a try, see if you like it. And if you don't have to keep your subscription. But great stuff all around. It's great on the mobile app too. And obviously, then you can go bet with our friends at Lucky Rebel. So we got to give you guys options. We're giving you the variations of how to get through where you need to go.
Tools, options, whatever you need.
Whatever you need.
That's not winners. We don't have those.
We got, dude. Yesterday we had winners, except that Illinois forgot they had a basketball game. Our parlay, our Betty 5 went 4 of 5, and all we needed was Illinois money line. And Illinois shit the bed, and then I mean, for Arizona was even worse. Both of the final four games were pretty bunsy, unfortunately. But we'll see how Michigan and UConn go toe-to-toe on Monday. I can't wait to hear Shaq's thoughts on that. All right, bro. Let's cook the saucy lay, and then we shall get out of here.
Oh, yeah. All right. What were the first couple legs that we loved a lot?
I like Max Christie's PRA a lot.
Yes, Max Christie's going in here.
Okay. See if I can get a... All right, so Max Christie... PRA is currently that's a fun sound.
Yeah, this guy's freaking out.
It just sounds like he's growling.
Fuck. That's all he wants.
Oh, he just wants to be in your lap.
That's it.
Does the dog got to play for us?
Do you? No.
No. What a cutie. So, all right, Max Christie, 15+, 14.5 PRA. You liked Musa, like Diabate?
Oh, yes. Sorry. I was trying to remember. I was looking at all of these. Diabate. We could take 9+ too if we want. Or I don't know what we can buy it down to, but I like the 10.
8.5 boards for, let's see where Musa is here.
Did you want to do RA for him at 10.5?
Sure. I like that. He's going to pass a little bit too. I'm down for that. Let's just find this game. Why do I keep... Oh, there it is. All right, so RA for Musa. Oh, I don't have it available, unfortunately.
Dogs on the LA money line. Not blue eyes, but he's got green eyes. Yeah, not you, man. The other guy, but he does. Stifler. He's got green eyes. Let's
just take the 10 boards from Musa. I like your angle on that. I don't have the RA available either. So, all right. So those two. Do we want to trust Cody Williams in the brother matchup?
I'd normally, yes, I love an area, but 24 points, that's insane.
His PRA line, it's the PRA is 22.5.
Oh no, I meant the spread, 24 points.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to take RJ Barrett? We still have plenty of time to take RJ. That would be doubling down on the slate lay a little bit though, but
do we have we do have RJ in the slate lay. Do we want to take... No, I don't even want to say do we want to take Tatum. That's famous last words right there. Last leg, first game of the day? Fuck no. Absolutely not. Not today, Satan. Not today.
I like it. I'm not opposed. I like Barrett a little more, but I'm not opposed if we want to diversify the portfolio to not have RJ sell our soul in both lays.
That's the only thing. I do like RJ a lot too. Damn.
Tatum assists, you said, right?
Yeah, we could at 5. We could also just take the RA. Or what about JB? PRA.
I like Tatum a little better.
Yeah? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Down.
I like your angle though on the fact he's going to want to get out there and hoot, but the PRA for Brown would falter if the Raptors get clapped by 15 to 20, whereas Tatum could get 6 assists and that could be in the first half.
Do we put Sandro in here? We didn't talk about him.
Yeah, you mentioned it. What line do you want to take? The PRA or the threes?
PR or the threes, but like
kind of likes your shed angle on that game too.
Walter. But yes.
Walter, sorry.
Walter. Yeah, I'm down to do just 2 plus 3s.
Or even
it's
just
in at minus 130.
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's do that. Just 2 3s.
2 3s from Jacoby Walter. We just talked about like 6 different props in this game. All the other things are hitting, and we're going to be sweating out Jacoby Walter 2 3s.
It's going to be the first leg, too. Oh, it's going to be a sweat, chat. Let's hope it's a quick sweat. 2 bang-bangs in the first half.
Just bing, bang, bang, bang. All right. One more leg. We need something a little juicy.
Damn, we still need one more leg.
Yeah. Well, we talked through a lot of games. Let's just recap real quick. So, Pacers, Cavs, no. Jazz, Thunder, no. Hornets, Timberwolves. Oh, do you want to take? We took Diabate in that game.
Ayo, is there a lineup for him yet?
Yeah, probably. Let me see here.
Did it jump up?
It's jumped, dude. 28. It's 27.5 now.
Fuck.
Up 3 PRA. Yeesh.
Like, honestly, if the news was already out, I probably would have taken it there. But just jumping that high now after so many people got the 24.5, it just feels trappy now. Do we... Fuck. LeBron's too high.
I kind of like LeBron. I'm not going to lie. The same game, though, as that Christie play. That's okay, though.
Do we double down on... Do we take KD for 25? Or Reed Shepherd, 21.5 PRA? He had 30-30 in the last 2 games against his Dubs team.
No, that total's sketching me out in that one. I like the Steph angle. I do think... I don't know. I think we can find something better. Oh, last leg, chat. Jabari. Chat, you guys tell us what you guys want to do for the last leg. And if you guys can all agree on something, we'll put it in here. Because I'm torn. Trey Jones also in that Suns game. That's an early one though too. I liked your Booker play a lot, but that we ended up putting that in the slate lay.
That's what I was literally thinking about him for the last 15 minutes. But if we're not going to double down on RJ, why double down on Book?
Or we just double down on both of them, and then if both lays sell, then we sell, and that's fine.
Send Walter to the Sun.
Send Walter. Yeah, let's send him to the Sun. Get out of here, Jacoby. It's also minus 150.
Or should we double down on Hornets money line?
No, I don't want to do that.
Okay.
No, I don't want to do that. Something in my bones kind of tells me the Wolves might fuck around and be weird. Let's do RJ
and Book. Do you do Book at 25 though?
I don't know. Let me see the odds.
His name is Jericho. It's Easter. Tell me it's not slapping. You're hilarious, Jeff.
Stifler. Put it in your own, big dog.
His name is Jericho.
That's a good one. What was it, Booker? Where's that game? Is that an afternoon game?
12:30.
Why do I not have it available here? Did they take it down? Oh, they might have taken it down. I wonder if we just got giddy news.
Oh, probably.
Damn it.
All right, so are we still doubling down on RJ?
No, let's double down on RJ. I think we can get down with that. But now we got to fix something else from... Man, I liked the Trey Jones playing that game, too. That's probably changed when the giddy news comes out.
Can we just go with Cody Williams and not be bitches?
Sure, V. Sure. Or we take J-Dub, RA.
7.5 RA? That actually feels nice. I mean, he's playing his brother too, right? Like,
Exactly. It's 8.5.
They're so bad defensively. Like, it should hit in the first half.
He hit that in the first half against the Lakers.
Like,
oh, Giddy ruled out. Okay, thank you, Austin. All right, Jalen Williams 8.5 RA. RJ Barrett 29 plus PRA. Musa Diabate 10 boards. Max Christie 15 plus PRA. That is plus 1268. That does the job. That's kind of sexy. Yeah. We got a little all day sweat. We got a couple early things in the we just need to get past RJ, and then hopefully we're cruising. Happy?
Happy Pappy.
Happy Pappy. All right now. All right, there's your Saucy 4 on this beautiful Easter Sunday. There it is. For the kids, B, before we get out of here, real quick. Since it's Easter, and since it's you and me, one play, one just outlandish, from the plums, crazy, wacko odds play that you want to put in here. We'll do a little spicy 2-teamer, see what we can do.
Spicy 2-teamer. All right, what's your leg?
I mean, I like the idea of like taking Tatum up to like 8 assists or something like that. That's plus 440. I also like Cody Williams for like 20 points or 25 or something like that.
Not gonna lie, man. I like a Thomas Bryant double-double.
Ooh, yeah, let's do that. Or the 2 threes.
The double-double has better odds, but the 2 threes is right there too. I mean, if we're doing 2 legs, if we do 3 legs, maybe plus 150 is nice. Should we add a 3rd leg?
Sorry, I was getting a phone call. I couldn't hear you. What did you say?
That's okay. I was just saying the plus 150 is less nice for a 2-teamer, but if we add a 3rd leg.
Let's do Thomas Bryant double-double. I'm down to kick off there.
And then do we want to do Cody Williams 20?
20 points for Cody. What's the value on that? Plus 280.
Hauser over 2.5 threes, plus 155 from Stifler. Riley 30 from Jerry.
That's crazy. What about just 25? Why did you go straight to 30, Jerry, you greedy bastard?
I'm not having 25 for Riley. Sook will be proud.
It's either that or Tatum.
Let's do Tatum.
I can't do Riley right now. It's locked, unfortunately.
7 assists for Tatum? Or 8?
Let's see what 7 is.
I like that too, Stifler. Hauser. B-Dot, Bronny for 20 plus. I hope you hit, man. I really hope you hit. But I just can't in good conscience bet that.
There you go. All right. Tatum 7 assists. Cody Williams 20 points. Thomas Bryant double-double plus 39-12.
That feels so sexy.
That's nice. You guys can take it up more. Add Will Riley 30. Add Steph for 10 threes. Just get wacky with it if you like. Have some fun.
Mm-hmm.
Have some fun. All right, chat. There you go. I will repeat the Saucy 4 for you guys. It will get posted on the timeline. You got a couple hours until the you got about a couple hours until the Celtics game starts. So let me get this pulled up here, read it off to you guys, and then we'll send you off into the sun. The beautiful Easter sun. All right. Max Christie over 14.5 PRA. Musa Diabate 10 rebounds. RJ Barrett 28.5 PRA, and then Jalen Williams over 8.5 rebounds and assists. That is your Saucy lay 12 plus 1,300 pretty much. So great stuff, Sauce man.
Feels good. We'll hit the
Feels
graphics
good.
up on the timeline. So the law is just for you, chat. Thomas Bryant double-double.
Just for you. Go, read it. Keep going.
Thomas Bryant double-double. Then we've got Tatum for 7 assists. And then last leg was Cody Williams for 20 plus points.
Bing bong.
Just get us to the Thunder game.
Yeah, just get us past Thomas Bryant double-double and Tatum facilitating. And then we can just sweat out Cody Williams 20 piece for the vibes. Chat, we appreciate you guys tuning in today for the All Sauce team for Saucy Sundays. Happy Easter. Obviously, shout out producer Sook and Chef for not joining us, but being around as always. Appreciate all you guys for tuning in and hanging out with us today on the Betting News Network, brought to you by our sponsors at Lucky Rebel and our friends at Outlier. Get involved with both the QR codes. You guys know the deal. Go check it out there and have a fantastic rest of your Easter, whatever you guys get up to on this beautiful Sunday. Enjoy some ball, enjoy some time with your family. whatever you end up doing to finish off your weekend. We'll be back with you guys tomorrow. As always, Shags will be live in the morning for the morning spread to break down what he's expecting in the national championship game and so much more. We'll be live with Any Given Wager Lads, talking through some NFL news, the other news from the weekend, and then myself, and DB will be back with you guys to send you off into the Monday with the good and the bad, the ugly from the weekend that was. Give us a follow and a subscribe on the channel if you haven't already. We appreciate you guys tuning in and hanging out with us. Sauce Man, anything else?
That's perfect, man. Happy Easter to everybody, and hope you have a day full of family, chocolate, and good food.
Good food and good food and good vibes. Check out Vsauce later today on our friends at Sports Grid too. He's gonna be talking some NBA with Adam Kaufman, having some fun with you guys over there as well. So appreciate you guys tuning in. You guys came for the winners. You stayed for the vibes. So a fantastic Sunday, and we will catch you on the next one. Take it easy, chat.
What you know about rolling down in the deep? Down in the deep.
Now I know y'all be loving this shit right here.
Rolling.
What you gonna do?
Rolling.
What you gonna do?
Down in the rolling.
What you gonna do? Right, y'all be loving this shit.
What you know about